Navadvip, you go to Navadvip without buying a plane ticket, by reading Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita, like that. Now, you go around Katha. And by Krishna Katha, then you go to Vrindavan without buying a plane ticket. So this is the idea. And then Gunagan, just like Murli's on the altar, serving their lordships all the time. In private capacity, you could sing their glories. When you sing their glories, their lordships really steal your heart. That's the essence of deity worship, is that the Lord's, by his power, he steals the heart of the worshipper. That is the relationship. So that is more so by hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord. When you hear and chant the glories of the Lord, the devotee is transported to the Lord by the sound vibration. So, if you're serving Radha Krishna, chant their glories. If you're serving Gauranitai, chant their glories. If you're serving Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, there are many bhajans. Salabhega has written many, and there are many bhajans in already glorifying Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, chant those glories. Yantis, aside from the Jagannath Astakam, like that. In this way, and Giriraj, many. There's many Govardhan Astakams like that. So, whichever your deities, and same with Tulsi Rani, when you serve her, then you can sing her glories. There are many different glories one can sing. You can chant her stutis, chant her stavas, you can sing songs to her. And when you do so, then the deity really steals your heart. It's a very effective way. Such devotees are actually Vasis who reside in the Dhamma. Like that. And others, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is describing that actually such persons, if they don't hear and chant the glories of the Lord, even if they physically are born in the Dhamma or reside in the Dhamma, they're not residing in the Dhamma, they're on the shore. There was a funny story in that connection, that there was one materialist businessman in Loy Bazaar in Vrindavan, and he told his relatives, when anything happens to me, don't take me out of Vrindavan. Okay? So, had some heart attack, something like that. They took him to CWC Hospital, which at the time was a government maternal hospital. So when he went there, then the doctors and everybody said, this is a maternal hospital, what the hell are you bringing him for? No, we can't help him here. You got to take him to AIMS, All Indian Institute of Medical Science in Delhi. So his relatives were told him, got to try to do something for him. And they put him in some van, and they took him. And as soon as he got into Haryana, beyond there's a city called Manchari, which is the border, and he left his body. And all the bodies of Vrindavan. You can't push Krishna. If you serve devotees, it's like Murli, Manohar, and other devotees are serving their lordships. If they get some inoperable disease, suppose, the Lord uses that, the karma of devotee as an excuse, as an agent to remove the devotee from the manifestation, I guess. Some inoperable disease, something like that. So they go to Vrindavan. There's one devotee I know who was always serving devotees. He was in Ukraine and Simferopol. And he always served devotees. During the Soviet days, he was like distributing books in Siberia and freezing cold weather, like that. Always serving devotees. So he developed colon cancer. And he came to Vrindavan. And Radharani came in his dream and said, you're here in Vrindavan. Just remember us. We'll take care of everything. Don't worry about it. And when he told it to the devotees, he said, what else did you say? Oh, I forgot. And it didn't really matter. He was just chanting Hare Krishna, and then when he left his body, like a few days later, he happened to leave his body on Panta Nirjala Ekadasi. And it's like June in Vrindavan, blazing, like that, blazing hot. But he died, he left his body with a big smile on his face. Here's a person who outside of Vrindavan did nothing but serve the divine couple and devotees throughout their whole life. And they were welcomed with open arms to come to Vrindavan and he left the body. Somebody who's a Vanya, staying there doing business but not really overly thinking of Krishna and serving Krishna's glories. And they were kicked out. They had to leave their body outside of Vrindavan. Radha Krishna dodged bullets. They're smarter than we think that we give them credit for. Yes, Prabhu? Yeah, Purushottam is great. It's coming up. And there are different benedictions about Purushottam. There are different benedictions about Purushottam Vrat also. If you do it in different places, Padma Purana said there are different benefits. If you do it in Vrindavan, you get love with the divine couple. If you do it in Radhakund, you'll get Sakshat Darshan of Radha Krishna. If you do it in Nandagaon, then Nanda Baba will take you by the finger and introduce you to his son. If you do it in Jagannath Puri, then you get, because sometimes it's hot, like that. And the sea breezes are a little cooler. And it makes the city of Jagannath Puri a little cooler. Then if you do it in Purushottam Kshetra, then you'll get Vipralambha, Seva Bhava, service and separation. Really good. In any case, it's definitely purifying. And it's 16 times better than Kartik. The same vrata, but 16 times the quality. Yeah. And in Vrindavan, anything done in Vrindavan is 16 Mathura Mantra, 1,000 times better than if you do it somewhere else. They're doing Purushottam. Adima's vrata would be potentially 16,000 times stronger than if you did it in London. Sounds like it's a good reason to adjust your vacation in such a way, Yes, Prabhu?
Thank you, Maharaj. You said that we can make up some questions in advance, and in the morning I was reading Bhagavad Gita. There is one verse in 18th chapter. There is no being existing either here or among the demigods in the high planetary systems which is freed from these three modes. Yeah.
There's no being in this world that is free from
the influence of three modes. So did I get it correctly that Brahma and Lord Shiva, they are under the modes as well? Or they are not?
Yeah. They're guna avatars, they're manifestation of the Lord's, but they're controllers of those modes. Just like Bhrigu Muni, when he insulted his father, he understood that Brahma was passionate, but he could control his energy. See? And when Bhrigu Muni went and Lord Shiva wanted to embrace him, and he said, my dear brother, you associate with crematorium in so many places, don't touch me. And then he got really angry, wanted to kill him or something like that. Parvati had to mellow him out, Bhrigu Muni understood that he's Bhutanath, he's in association with the modes of ignorance. And sometimes those modes do wear off or rub on you. You're not typically under the modes, but those modes of material nature can rub on them. We have to say about Mahadeva that they rub on him quite less. And he's quite considered to be his potential for controlling the mind and the senses as dhira, as sober, is quite surprising, So much so that, well, all right, even if they do have some degree of influence by the modes of material nature, they're a lot better than us. That we should still offer respectful obeisances to them, And Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Sanatana Pad gives a lot of wonderful credits to Mahadeva because he did his bhajan a lot near Shivalayams. He liked it to chant when near Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is known whenever he's asked by devotees that, who are you? I'm a servant of those who are greedy for the Supreme Personality of God of Krishna. I'm their servant. For those that are greedy. I'm the servant of the servant. I'm the supreme servant of those that are greedy for his mercy. Lord Shiva said, just see the tact, And they're very powerful. If you pray to them, and offer them Charanamrit, you offer them Vishnu Prasadam, garlands from the deities, Charanamrit from the deities, lamps that would offer praise to the deities, prasadam foodstuff that was previously offered to the Lord, and they become very, very happy. And they say, what can we do for you? Just make sure your laundry list is not that big.